Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Transformation UK, or if you are here for the first time, welcome to Life Transformation UK. My name is Ben and it's my mission with this channel to help you achieve your freedom through confidence. And in this video today I want to talk about a topic which is very important when it comes to working on your self-esteem and your self-worth in your life, and that is how to let people help you. Specifically, I want to talk about why it's important to let people help you and how you can go about doing it, because as I said, it is hugely important for the development of your self-esteem over time. A lot of the time we view letting people into our lives and letting people help us as a weakness, and in this video today I really hope to show you why it's not and why it's actually a strength, and then what you can do about it so that you can start to accept more help in your life and move forward in the way that you want. So if you're excited to learn more about how to let other people help you in life and how to start to view that as a strength, then make sure that you do watch this video all the way to the end so that you can get the maximum value from it. If you do find this content useful, make sure to leave a like on the video because it really helps to boost it within the YouTube algorithm. It really helps with the channel support, and also just to let me know if I'm doing a good job as a content creator. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure to subscribe as well to get more content like this on a regular basis. So this was a problem that I had for a very long time. I always viewed myself as an independent and as a strong person. I didn't like to accept help from other people. I didn't like to admit that I was wrong. I didn't like to admit that there were things that I didn't know. And I just didn't like to be viewed by other people as somebody that needed help. It made me feel kind of weak and small on the inside, and I know that that is something that a lot of people can relate to. Even when it came to things like homework and doing coursework, I didn't like to accept help from anyone. In fact, I went through most of university without ever going to any additional tutorial sessions. I never asked for any one-on-one help with my coursework or exams or anything like that, because I wanted it to all be me. I didn't want to accept help from other people. I didn't want to have to give them any credit. I wanted it to be all me, and that was of course not necessarily the right path for me to go down, and it led to me probably getting worse grades than I could have potentially gotten. I could have gotten a lot better grades throughout school and college and university if I had just been willing to ask for help. This of course persisted in my jobs as well, where I wanted to learn how to do everything myself. I didn't want other people's help. I wanted to be viewed as a strong and independent person. And at the end of the day, I had to eventually learn how to accept help from other people, because as the saying goes, there is strength in numbers, and the more people you have behind you that can help you, the faster you're going to be able to move forward in life, not because you are dependent or reliant on them, but because you have that support network of people who can motivate you and inspire you and help you when you need it most. And if you're interested in learning how to develop your own support network, then make sure that you check out my video on how to do that, on how to create a support network. I'll leave it in the description below. I'll have it pop up in the banner above my head now, so you can check out that video at a later date. At the end of the day, it comes down to two things. And the first thing is that true strength is in knowing that you are not always strong, and that you do have weaknesses, and that there are going to be people who are better at you at certain things. There's going to be people who can help you be better as a person. For me, that first person that I had to accept help from was my counsellor, and she was really the pillar of a lot of the changes that I made in my life from there, especially when it came to accepting help from other people. And then the other thing is more of a strategic or a tactical mindset, which is that you should take every single advantage that you're given in life. And that means if there is somebody there who is offering to help you, even though you don't feel like you need their help, if you accept it, the worst thing that can happen is that you don't learn anything new. And the best thing that can happen is that you learn an entirely new perspective that speeds your progress towards what you actually want to achieve in life. So you really have nothing to lose from letting people help you. One of the main reasons why I found this so difficult is that I was, and to a certain extent I still continue to be, a very proud person. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if you know how to properly control it, which at this point thankfully I do. But I had to learn how to let go of that pride when it came to letting people help me in every area of life really. And I'll be honest, when it comes to letting go of your pride, it is going to hurt temporarily because it feels like your sense of being is being knocked, but you need to know that it is going to help you in the future. After all, we wouldn't be in the place that we were now if it wasn't for teachers and mentors and coaches and other people like that who have provided us help in our lives, whether that is directly or indirectly. Very few people would pass their school exams and university degrees and things like that if it wasn't for teachers and tutors and parents who stay up all night to help you complete your homework and things like that. But that being said, it's not necessarily easy to let go of that sense of pride, or that sense that if you do accept help from other people, that it kind of diminishes your strength and it is still viewed as weakness in certain ways. So what I suggest is taking it like I take every other goal, or how I suggest that people take their goals in general, which is to start very small. This is what I suggest with all goals: start small and work your way upwards, kind of like in levels of difficulty. For me, starting small was doing things like going to study groups where I worked collaboratively with other students in order for us to boost our grades all round by combining our knowledge and working together. And some people would be great in other areas and some people wouldn't be great in some, but we could combine all of that together to make sure that we were really maximizing the knowledge that we had and improving our grades in that way over time. So that was a small thing that I did and that I started with in order to move forward. And then it was things like going to tutors more often and asking for one-on-one help from teachers and from other students that I knew were better at certain things than me. And I was able to slowly over time build up a tolerance to that feeling of helplessness if I was asking another person for help, because at the end of the day I was just taking advantage of a resource that could help me. And that's maybe a weird way to look at it, but if you do want to think about it strategically and tactically, then if somebody is offering you help, then the smartest thing to do is to take that help, because worst case scenario you don't learn anything, and best case scenario, as I said, you learn an entirely new perspective. Now, my second bit of advice is that if you do want to do this but you don't necessarily want to put yourself into a vulnerable situation with people that you know, then go out and hire a coach or a therapist or a counsellor and have them as your entry level step to accepting help from other people. As I said, this is what I did. Going and seeing a counsellor was very much my entry level step into letting other people into my life that I knew could help me. And doing that for the 18 months that I was going to see a counsellor was hugely helpful, and we managed to work through a lot of things in my life that I just wouldn't have been able to work through on my own. I had to slowly overcome my pride over many sessions and accept that this person could help me, but only if I let her. One of the worst things that you could have in life is a closed mind, because there is always something else to learn, and sometimes we learn the most from the places that we expect to learn the least from, if that makes sense. So, for example, if you'd have asked me a couple of years ago if there was anything that I could learn from my brothers and sisters, I would probably have said no, because I was in a much different headspace back then. But because I didn't expect to learn anything from them, when I started to understand the advice and the guidance they were giving me in certain areas, it had that much more of a big impact. And it wasn't necessarily them telling me like these are the things that you need to do. It was sometimes these are the things that you need to avoid. And those were the big lessons that I had, because I thought that there was nothing that they could teach me, to do, but there was a lot of things that they did teach me not to do, and that was of huge importance to me. So take advice, take criticism, take feedback, take as much information in as you possibly can. Work with it, find out if it works for you. If it doesn't, you don't have to use it, you can discard it, but always make sure that you are entering into situations with as open a mind as possible, trying to learn from as many different people, as many different places as possible, because as I said, the worst case scenario is that you don't learn anything new, and the best case scenario is that you have a complete change of perspective. I know that I keep repeating that, but it's the important point for me to really hammer home in this video today. So start small, maybe get a coach or a therapist or a counsellor, something like that. And as I said, it may hurt at first letting go of your pride to let other people help you, but the benefits of it will far outweigh that temporary feeling of your pride taking a hit. And over time, those experiences and those lessons will compound to make you a better person overall, because that is what they did for me. So start small, and you never know where this is going to take you in life. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have done, make sure to leave a like on it, because it really helps to boost it in the YouTube algorithm. It helps to support the channel and just to let me know if I'm doing a good job as a creator. So if you do find these videos useful, make sure to leave a like on them. If you have any thoughts or comments, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will do my best to answer every single one. If you are interested in this kind of content, then make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with the notifications on. I put out 3 videos every week on self-esteem on Mondays, self-confidence on Wednesdays, and self-improvement on Fridays. So if you're interested in any of those topics, make sure that you are subscribed to Life Transformation UK. But otherwise, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. As I said, I hope you have found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos very soon.